Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be reacting to
The Lost Members of KATSEYE.
Almost 2 years since the debut Dream Academy
wow,
ended,
wow,
and while
wow.
KATSEYE are thriving and gaining more popularity by the day, the other contestants have all gone their separate ways. So, what are the potential members up to
You
nowadays?
know, I
Brazilian trainee
remember,
Samara.
maybe it's her, I'm not too sure. The one who leaked the content and then she got booted off the group, the tryouts for the group. And she left everything in
Right.
London.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember. No.
Oh, that's not
Maybe this is
her.
her Brazilian.
Is it?
I think
Because
she was
I remember she
Brazilian
was
London. Yeah,
in
something like that.
London.
Yeah.
Kara easily had the potential to debut, especially since she ended the show ranked 7th, just outside the final group. She had only been with the company for
maybe
about
not
2
her.
months before Dream Academy started, but that didn't stop her from standing out. Her stage presence,
she has the
talent, and
look.
especially her close friendship with Lara made her a fan favorite early on. But as the show progressed, controversy started to follow her. People discovered that Samara had allegedly liked several TikTok posts that caused a lot of backlash. Some of those posts were said to include offensive content toward Indians, while others involved political takes about Palestine.
Oh,
How
maybe
is
it's not
she
her.
friends with Lara and then she
Yeah,
likes
well,
stuff about offensive about Indians? That don't make no
sometimes
sense.
you have a friend that's a friend with you and you realize,
That's so weird.
Palestine and Israel, with many accusing the videos of being pro-Israel and using religion to justify the situation. Additionally, people online claimed she was connected to an evangelical church in Brazil that has ties to former Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro. To make things worse, people pointed out that the church had a history of posting anti-Chinese and anti-Indian rhetoric, adding even more fuel to the conversation around her. Some
Church posting anti-Indian rhetoric. What is church?
wow.
What? It's
believe those claims were exaggerated or false, but nothing's been confirmed so far. It didn't take long for people to connect the dots, with speculation growing that this was the real reason Samara didn't make it into the final lineup, though that's never been officially confirmed. As for Samara now, it doesn't look like she's in any rush to debut as an artist. However, she's still active, regularly sharing dance and vocal covers on social media, so it seems like she's keeping her options open for whatever comes next.
She
Azraela
has
also
the
looked like a
look.
strong candidate for the group,
I
especially
remember
after
her.
ranking 8th on the show. Everyone was impressed by her talent, and with her speaking Japanese, Spanish, and Korean, many thought Hybe would use that to expand their global reach,
remember
but
her.
in the end, she
Yeah.
didn't make it into the group. That didn't stop her though. In a recent interview, Azraela shared that she's now focused on studying the music industry at university. She's learning everything from production to marketing because she wants full control over her career. Despite missing out on the debut, she's still working on music, crafting demos with hopes of releasing her first album. But as
Maybe,
a
we'll
self-proclaimed
see.
perfectionist, she admits nothing will be released until it meets her high standards. Apparently,
That
her
means
style
it's never
mixes
gonna get
pop,
released.
Indian influences, K-pop, Bollywood, and even video game aesthetics, and honestly, we can't wait to hear what she comes
Don't
up
wait
with.
for everything
Some
to
of the
be perfect.
contestants
Just
managed to
go.
debut,
That's
or
your
at least came
sign.
pretty close. Nayoung, for example, joined another survival show called Girls on Fire in March 2024 and even placed first in the competition. But despite winning, the group
Wow.
never got to debut because the agency behind the
Oh,
project
this was one of the we
Dang.
saw. I don't think we reacted to the show. We just saw that the show got canceled.
pulled the plug that
Dang.
December. May had better luck,
Ugh.
officially debuting in October 2024 with the group Say My Name. Carly, who was eliminated around the same time as
Say My
May, took a
Name.
different path and debuted as a solo artist in April with her first single Little Things. Brooklyn, also eliminated during that same period, actually started her solo career earlier, dropping her debut single Selfish back in March 2023 and continuing to release music since. Ilya has been focusing on solo music too, releasing multiple songs, while others from the show either leaned more into dancing or quietly stepped away from the industry altogether. From the start of the debut Dream Academy, most viewers believed that Lexi was a guaranteed pick for the final lineup.
She has
seemed
a
to have everything
look.
going for her. Stunning visuals that perfectly matched East Asian beauty standards, from her skin tone to her facial features and even her
Okay.
vocal tone, which made her
That's
easily
weird.
marketable in both Eastern and Western
But
industries.
I get
On
it.
top of that, Lexi was incredibly talented, had a strong stage presence, and maintained great relationships with both the other trainees and the
I don't
staff.
remember her.
It was clear she was well liked, not just by fans, but also by the mentors Hybe, Geffen, and even Bang PD himself. That's why, in October 2023, fans were completely blindsided when Lexi suddenly dropped out of the show while it was still airing. According to the official statement, Lexi's time in the competition helped her realize she wanted to pursue a different path, which was music production. They explained that this decision better matched her personal goals, and the Dream Academy team fully respected her choice, thanking fans and the other contestants for all the support she had received. Still, her exit left many fans heartbroken and stunned, especially those who had seen her as a sure debut. One user wrote, "I'm honestly devastated, but I'm glad that Dream Academy has helped her realize that it's not the path she wants to take in her life." Turns out, things behind the scenes were a lot messier than fans originally thought, and Netflix's Pop Star Academy KATSEYE revealed just how complicated it really was, as by episode 7, it became obvious that things weren't working out. The president of Hybe, Geffen, sat down with Lexi and told her it was clear she didn't want to be part of the show anymore, especially after missing more than 10 days of rehearsals, and they decided it was time to let her go. Lexi then opened up about how, ever since the eliminations for Mission 2, the show started to feel more toxic, with the producers turning the atmosphere into something.
Well, I'm waiting for it to talk about Adela.
Yeah, Adela is doing okay. She's.
Mm.
I remember one time we got suggested her video.
Mhm.
Uh,
I want to hear what they gotta
she
say.
had views. She's doing
Mhm.
okay.
competitive and uncomfortable, almost like they were intentionally creating tension between the girls to make things more dramatic for viewers. She also criticized the way eliminations were handled, explaining that contestants weren't even told face to face when they were cut, but rather found out through a robotic voice coming from a TV screen, which made the whole thing feel even colder and more detached. As for what Lexi is doing now, she hasn't completely walked away from music, but it's clear she's determined to do things on her own terms. In a TikTok video, she expressed that being an idol wasn't the right fit for her because she wanted the freedom to express her full authentic self, and it seems like that's exactly what she's working toward. Although she's been relatively quiet on social media, she has posted a few Instagram stories from the studio showing that she's still making music, and while it's unclear whether she's focusing on producing, planning a solo debut, or both, there's no doubt that plenty of people are excited to see what she does next. Emily was also definitely one of the fan favorites on the show, and even now, people
the
still talk
dancer?
about
She
her.
tried
It was
really
pretty clear
hard.
from the start that both Hybe and
She
Geffen
tried
saw
really
her potential
hard.
too. She ranked top 3 in overall training and development, and in the finale, she tied for 4th place with Lara based on the judges' scores. She was also the only
Wow.
trainee to reach level A, which says a lot about her skills. But it wasn't just the staff who loved her, the other trainees did too. 6 of them picked Emily for their dream lineup, and the current KATSEYE members had nothing but praise for her. She ended up ranking 9th on the show and didn't make the final lineup, but that doesn't mean her career is over. These days, Emily's been focusing on dancing and has already achieved some pretty cool things, like performing with XG at Coachella. She also helped choreograph Adela's debut
You know,
song and
you
even returned to
know,
acting.
but Emily, for me, she looks older than what she is. So I don't see her as a fit into Cat's Eye.
Well, people voted. They didn't want her.
Mhm.
Starring as the lead in the experimental film O. However, it doesn't look like she's debuting as a soloist anytime soon. Most of her activities after Dream Academy have been dance-related, and in January 2024, she officially signed with Block LA, a talent agency for dancers. As for her Dream Academy
Oh.
friendship, she's
Yeah,
still
no,
really
she
close with
danced so hard. Mhm.
Adela, as they hang out whenever they can and always support each other, and she's also kept in touch with Ezreela and Carly. She even stayed close to the KATSEYE members, and they've been seen hanging out together and cheering each other on even after the show ended. One of the names that kept coming up during and after the show was Adela Jergova, the Slovakian trainee whose journey left fans with more questions than answers. Adela wasn't just another contestant thrown into the mix, as she had been training with the company long before most of the others arrived, even before the girls fully realized they were being filmed for a competition. She was close with a lot of the trainees, helped them improve, earned praise from the mentors, and was widely
That's kind of fucked up though. Like you training, you being filmed, that you don't
You're
know
there the whole time.
you're being filmed for the competition, and then they're like,
Mhm.
oh, we're actually filming you for competition. Don't you have
Mhm.
to sign something that you agree that you will be part of the competition? Don't like I don't know. I don't like that.
seen as one of the most skilled in the group. Even the higher-ups seemed to favor her, so when she was eliminated during the very first mission for getting the lowest number of fan votes, the reaction was pure shock. But Adela's time on the show wasn't without its drama, and a lot of that centered around her dynamic with Manon. In Netflix's Popstar Academy, there's a moment where the contestants are
She got
opening
the
up to the
villain
therapist
edit.
about how they've been dealing with online hate and negativity. During that session, Adela mentions the idea of pretty privilege, specifically pointing out how frustrating it can be to see how someone like Manon was seemingly doing less and was still being rewarded. After that, viewers ran with the idea that the two had some kind of rivalry, and when KATSEYE finally debuted and Adela didn't publicly congratulate Manon, it only fueled those rumors. Looking back, Adela has made it clear that the situation wasn't as dramatic as people made it out to be. In an interview, she explained how fans were quick to spin harmless, complicated feelings into a full-blown feud, when in reality, it was just two people navigating the ups and downs of working in such a high-pressure environment. According to Adela, people love to imagine tension where there really isn't much, and at the end of the day, these were normal professional disagreements, not some soap opera-style rivalry. Even though Adela didn't make it into the final Dream Academy group, that hasn't stopped her from building a career of her own, and honestly, she's doing more than fine. In September 2024, she made her solo debut with a track called Home Wrecked, which she wrote and produced herself, followed by Superscar just a month later. But it was her third single, Machine Girl, that really turned heads when it dropped
She
in
reminds
February.
me
The
of
song
one
was
of
her
the Little Mix girls.
Jesse?
Yeah, I think so.
way of addressing the mean girl image she picked up during her time on the show, and it made waves not just because of the message, but because Grimes co-produced the track and even appeared in the music video alongside actor
Who's Grimes?
The one who's Elon Musk as a kid with. Grimes is one of the girls.
Sophia Wiley. It turns out both Grimes and Sophia were fans of Adela before they even met her. After watching Popstar Academy, they messaged her saying they loved her debut and wanted to support her, which says a lot about how fast Adela's star is rising. Other big names like Charlie XCX, Tina Shea, SZA, and Pink Panther
Her
have
look is
also shown her
changing
love, so
too.
it's pretty clear she's headed for bigger things. That became even more
I
obvious
mean, that's good. It makes her stand out. She's not a
Mhm.
plan.
when this past May she officially signed with Capitol Records, marking her first major label deal and setting the stage for an even bigger future. As for her relationship with the KATSEYE girls,
I do feel the Popstar Academy helped Adela a lot.
Yeah.
Because like before, I didn't even know her anything
Existed,
yet.
yeah.
But when watching that, I do feel like that helped her profile a
That's
lot.
really
Good
good.
with the ones she was actually close to during the show. She's still friends with Lara, Sophia, Megan, and Daniela, and they've been spotted hanging out, cheering each other on, and keeping that friendship alive, even with
You know what she looked like here?
Who?
Adela,
Mm-hmm.
Shanmina.
We have the hair.
all their careers heading in different directions.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join Discord. And as always, share as much kindness as possible. Bye.